First up this week, it is time for our giveaway from last week's video. If you entered our Shady Mate giveaway, thank you so much to everyone that left a comment and entered that competition. Congratulations to Taking Wanda Out Yonder. You guys have just won yourself a pair of these awesome carbon fibre sunnies that you see me wearing around the joint. Congratulations, guys. I've left you a comment on your comment from last week's video. You can also send me an email to simon@thelifestylepioneers.com. and I'll let you know how you can claim your prize. Congratulations again, and thanks again to everyone who entered. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and you can be in all our future giveaways as well. This week we're continuing our trip along West Australia's south coast, dropping into a brewery, catching up with some mates and having a few laughs around the campfire before finally firing up our reverse osmosis desalinator. Can't wait to show you this one.
Seawater. Hey buddy.
Hey.
Watching your shows? What were you doing?
Full drive mode for gravel road. It's a good little expression. Just made that up. So we left the east side of Fitzgerald River National Park there. We've been camping and headed over here to Bremer Bay, which is on the west side of Fitzgerald River National Park. It's one of those restocking days, getting water and fuel and all those sorts of things.
Oh, kids are at the end of their tether. It's been a massive drive day today. So it is only 3 hours from Fitzgerald National Park. However, when you add in stopping for lunch, stopping for water, stopping for fuel, a couple of roadside wee stops, it's a 5-hour drive. So it has been a big drive day today. But coming into Tozas, which we're excited about because we were here a couple of years ago, but our time got cut short. So yeah, excited to come back, and the crew that we've been travelling with are all camped up here as well. Drive-through side dial.
Lucky I'm good.
Am I blocking the mirror for you?
Yeah.
All right, so this is Tozas Bush Camp. It's a little bit more expensive than last time we stayed here. 2 reasons. 1, inflation. 2, our kids are now older than 5. So for us as a family with 2 kids who you have to pay for, 5 is the cutoff age, it's $90 for 2 nights, so $45 for 2 nights. $45 a night. But I think everyone else who is just 2 adults and their kids are under the cutoff age, it's about $60. I think it's $30 each for those guys. So I love this spot. It's this really cool farmland where there is just so many wildflowers and just natives. And basically what's happened is Toza, the old mate who runs it, has come in. He's made these beautiful pathways. Every van sort of has their own little nook. And then it's all surrounds a central camp kitchen. Come with me and I'll show you the camp kitchen. It is really beautiful. And there's like a big communal area. At the moment it's really quiet here. And the Caravan park in Bremer Bay is absolutely packed. And I'm happy with our choice to stay out here. It's a couple of dollars cheaper. It doesn't have power. It does have awesome showers and bathroom facilities. They do just run on rainwater, so they do just ask you to be mindful that they are running on a tank, which is totally understandable when you live out here. But yeah, the wildflowers are absolutely stunning. Come, I'll show you up here to the camp kitchen. And this is really the reason we wanted to stay here, because we have stayed here before, very briefly, and we just knew it would be an awesome place to hang out with mates. So this is the outdoor camping area, and we've got the go-ahead to have campfire tonight, which is exciting. Oh man, missed it. This is the meal that I absolutely craved when I was pregnant with all my boys, and it's Pete's spaghetti. And he's given me the recipe many times, and it never tastes as good. But Pete is making up a massive batch.
You got music. It's going to cut into your royalties. I've just cut up 4 onions and I'm struggling.
Look at this.
You make a man feel special, I tell you.
What's in this What's in your spaghetti?
Look, It changes every single time. Basically, whatever's left over in the fridge.
That's not true. They all taste the same. They all taste really good.
A lot of garlic is the key.
When you say a lot, what are you talking?
You measure with the heart.
How much red wine?
Minimal red wine. I had a spaghetti of Liz's once and there was a lot of red wine and I was very polite and said it was delicious.
Pizza shit liar. I knew it wasn't. But you've got there, like you're doing a double batch at the moment, so sort of 2 kilos of mince.
Yes.
And I can see at least 2 kilos of garlic. No, what do you reckon? Like 10?
I got 12.
12. There's 12 cloves of garlic there. So like when Pete says there's a lot, there's a lot.
This is Kimmy's.
Yeah. What's that?
The DJI Mini.
Why are you running away with the capsicums, Pete?
I want to cut it really fine because it needs to be fine and I'm too lazy and I want to use the Thermomix. Yeah, no chunks.
There's not even a single bit of white bit in there, Pete.
No, no white bits. The white bits are bitter. You gotta cut all the white bits out.
Mistakes, I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me.
I got some bass. Short for petroleum jelly. Don't want to name drop any brands here. Let's go.
Are you sponsored, Pete?
Not by Vaseline.
Should be though.
Use enough for this shit.
Don't you love the old McPherson story? I'm sweet and innocent. I had nothing to do with it.
What did you do in the cave the other day?
He put his drone. He put his drone in it, and he said, "Tana, got it in." And it's like suitably impressed. No, stop there, Simon.
Did you use that?
Stop.
Did you use your? Yeah, I used my flick. You flicked.
I had one, like I said, one.
I missed the flick.
Well, Liz is too busy laughing at Vaso jokes.
Then we go up the
So try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at this beautiful stuff.
Just come into town this morning for a bit of a sticky beat. I did notice there's a brewery on the way in, so I dare say we'll give that one a nudge. But yeah, I thought we'd just check out Bremer Bay. We've heard good things. Oh, good speed bumps. They work. Let's go see what we can find.
Yeah, big long bar.
Yeah, get up. That's hectic. Not that I've ever been this close to one of them before.
Some of the bigger windmills, the blades are moving so fast that they're actually breaking the speed of sound, which is pretty cool when you think about it. Some of the blades can be up to 50 metres long themselves. They're so big.
That one turbine, I was just reading the sign, generates 40% of the town's electricity
That's
from one
cool.
turbine. Yeah, saves 370,000 litres of diesel a year from the diesel turbine that runs the rest of the town.
That's crazy.
I actually wonder why they don't just put in 3 and then just do away with the diesel. But anyway.
It does make you wonder. I wonder how much they cost.
Or just have diesel backup, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Just have 2 or 3 turbines from the majority and just have diesel as a backup if one day the wind stops blowing in Western Australia, which seems very unlikely. It's not the best weather for a beach day. It's pretty overcast and windy, which has been a bit of a standard weather for us the last couple of weeks, really. We've had a few good sunny days, but mostly it's been a lot of overcast days and a bit of everything with the wind. But yeah, beautiful beaches here, but just not the nicest weather to enjoy them. But this is something so unique to WA where you can just drive onto just about every beach. There's so many beaches you can just drive straight onto. Pretty unique thing. I don't know if WA people realise how unique it is, but yeah, it's pretty cool to be able to just drive down to the beach and go for a bit of an explore. But yeah, unfortunately, not the nicest day. It looks like very good brewery weather. Look at it we found, eh? You drive halfway around the country and you can't shake people. You just can't lose them. No matter how hard you try, you just can't get rid of them. Yeah, that's right.
But no, we'll probably end up pouring at some point.
Yeah, I'll only go for one or two, but you got to try it.
Yeah.
And it looks like we'll have some friends at the brewery.
Back up day, darling.
Oh, I don't know if I want to be on camera looking like this.
You look gorgeous.
Look at my daggies. Yeah, back on the road this morning. We've sort of got a fair bit of travelling to do over the next week and a bit. We're heading to the Caravan show in Perth in a week and a half, and we're not at Albany yet. So today's mission, get to Albany, get our coffee machine, pick up some mail. We'll do a couple of quick nights there. We're going to show you the desal is up and running now. So our desalination unit that we installed quite some time ago is up and running. So I'm going to give you a rundown of that and show you how that is all going. And then we're going to scoot from there to Perth basically and get ready for the Caravan show. So yeah, hopefully, I think this video will come out after the Caravan show's already happened though. So yeah, anyway, we'll hopefully we saw you there if you're in the Perth area. That's what I was going to try and say. It's a pretty cool camp here at Toes. It's a really, really good setup. It's just a bit, yeah, not quite as welcoming as other places we've stayed, I would say. Just a bit of a vibe around the place. It just doesn't, sort of feels like you're imposing a little bit the way that, yeah, just from the vibe we got from the owner and stuff. It just not quite as friendly and welcoming vibe as what we're used to in other places. But we're heading back to Panorama now to the caravan park we stayed in Albany a few weeks back, which yeah is probably one of the friendliest caravan parks we've ever stayed in as far as the staff are concerned. They're just absolute legends there. So yeah, pretty keen to get back there and park up on the waterfront and get settled in. So that's probably when we'll see you next. We're going to go do a couple of hours of driving and yeah, and try and pick up some bits and pieces, a bit of running around town to do. And then, yeah, we'll see you and show you Panorama, and I'll get the desal firing and show you how that's going. Well, we've made it down to Albany and we cannot win a trick with the weather today. While we've been here, we got here a couple of days ago. We just bunkered in and did a bit of work and stuff the other day and got the schooling done with the kids, and we had to get the car serviced, we had to get our coffee machine serviced. And then yesterday it was blowing a gale, so we thought, oh no, we'll go exploring on Monday. The wind's meant to drop right out, and the wind has. It's beautiful in that sense, but a bit overcast. But anyway, we'll deal with it. We even had a little bit of rain this morning. But just come down to Frenchman's Bay after we just had a coffee up at the whaling station. But we're just gonna do some of the free and natural stuff. We're gonna stay at Frenchman's for a bit. We might go and check out Misery Beach and Salmon Holes. There are a couple of really good beaches here as well. The kids are a bit tetchy this morning. They need to get a bit of energy out, so we'll let them have a run around on the beach here this morning and try and burn off some of that so that we can go and enjoy ourselves without the kids going wild.
Yeah, the real story behind the whaling station that Simon probably doesn't want to tell you is we went for coffee and the kids were so feral, they were just wild. We had to leave the coffee shop, so to the beach we went. Going to go check out Misery Beach. So it's a little bit of a hike down from the car park, so I'm just going to pack some snacks because snacks is life, and then we'll go suss it out, I reckon.
Bit of a miserable day to be at Misery Beach, isn't it?
It is. The boys think it's called Misery Beach because the beach is shaped like a sad face.
Maybe it is.
Seawater. It tastes good. It tastes like water. Doesn't taste salty. It's crystal clear. Stoked.
So we just commissioned the system. So I got the membrane in. We're just running some salt water through it and just obviously making some fresh water. A few little leaks and stuff I need to touch up in the high pressure system, but mostly that's just hose connections that just need to be tweaked. But for now, we've just got it recirculating through the bladder. So all the wastewater is going back into the bladder, and the seawater we pumped out from the ocean just here into the bladder. So it's just seawater going through. Just got to keep an eye on the total dissolved salt and make sure we keep it under that 500 parts per million, which is safe drinking water. So at the moment, it's running at about 120 parts per million, so well under. I just got to keep an eye on it because obviously that water is going to get more and more briny as it goes through. We just wanted to sort of test the system and pressure test it. And this may be the way we use it. We're still figuring all that out. But anyway, exciting to have it up and running after, I ordered this a year ago. The idea started a year before that. So it's been a long time coming, but we're this close. Well, it's running, it's working. We just got to figure out a few little tweaks and then do some testing and see, how many litres we can make an hour. At the moment, it's running at about 50 litres an hour. It should do up to 80, but it depends on a whole range of things, how salty the water is and temperature and everything all affects the output. But even at 50 litres an hour, I'm pretty happy with that.
I love your face right now. So proud of you. Oh, it's been stressful.
It's been,
It's been on the to-do list for so long.
Just projects. There's always projects and there's always other things that took priority over this, but I've really wanted to get this done. I know there's a lot of you out there that have been waiting to see how does it perform and stuff. And I've really wanted to do it, but it's been a couple of things. It's been in the right place to be able to do it. I mean, we've been inland a lot, so we wouldn't have been using it anyway. But also just, finding some time to allocate to it, which sounds crazy. I mean, we travel full time, but we're just always so busy. So, to be able to set it up and get it running is pretty awesome.
Look at you.
It's like a little science project, eh? I love how it looks so technical too, all these gauges and stuff. It is fairly high tech, but it looks really high tech having all this stuff in it. So this is our pressure in our low pressure side. So that is sitting around 40 psi, and then our high pressure side is in here running through the membrane. The lighting's not great, but that's running at about 800 psi, which is perfect. That's where it needs to be. And then down here, this is our digital readout for the total dissolved salt. So you can see that's sitting at about 140 now. That's gradually creeping up because, as I said, we're recirculating that water. So it's going to get harder and harder to extract the fresh water from the salt. And then this gauge here next to that is how many litres per hour we're running.
It's a little noisy, but not too bad.
Well, it's just the noise of the pressure washer, really. There's two pumps running, so you've got the low pressure pump and the high pressure pump. You can't hear the low pressure pump over the pressure washer. It's probably a bit noisier than a generator or similar to a generator. And we're only going to run it an hour a day, 2 hours a day tops when we're using it. So it's obviously not going to run it in the middle of the night or anything like that. But and you could put the pressure washer in the toolbox and shut the door, and that'd probably help a little bit. But it's not that offensive.
I reckon if you traded people a litre of water.
There's a lot of experimenting to be done anyway, but this was the big, now we got it up and running and we've got figured out, how it works and everything. I think we've done the hard part. Now it's just tweaking and playing and figuring out the best way to get it all set up. It is a bit of setup to do it, so you wouldn't want to set it up just to make 10 or 20 litres of water. It's sort of worthwhile setting up and trying to make at least 100 litres of water to make it worth it. But I think it's one of those things too, the more we use it, the quicker the setup will be, and the more we'll simplify the setup as well. There's a few things I've learned already, like the pump doesn't like to suck water, it likes to have head pressure, so the water supply really wants to be gravity fed into the pump. So at the moment I'm using my little Seaflow inline pump just to prime the other low pressure pump just to keep the pressure up because it doesn't like to suck. That's solvable as well. I mean, that just means we fill the bladder up probably up here on the toolbox so that it gravity feeds into that pump. Lots of experimenting to go, but I'm excited. This was one of those harebrained ideas that was either going to be amazing or terrible, but probably not really anything in between. Yeah, the main thing I'm keeping an eye on is just the pressure in the membrane. You can't let the pressure in the membrane, which is the main reverse osmosis component, exceed 900 psi or you can damage the membrane, and ideal operating pressure is 800 psi. So just trying to make sure, and it's sitting very stable, but I'm just, first time we've used it, so I'm just nervously keeping an eye on the gauge to make sure we're not going to damage it on our first time using it. So if you want to see more about how we installed the water maker and all about it and what it actually is and how it works, we did that video quite a while ago. It's been in for a while, but I'll leave a little thing up here for it, or you can jump in the description below and you can head over and watch that one if you're interested. But yeah, until then, we're going to get out and use this thing a bit and show you guys how good it is. What do you reckon? Game changer? It's a word I don't like to throw around too much, but this could be it. Could be it.
I reckon that's what we'll do.
Yeah, I think we'll have a bit more of a... Hang on, lads.
We drew.
Do you see all those dots on the lens?
Yeah.
That's all the stuff that when I edit it is
It's
just...
all blurry. Just, Harrison, just while I'm filming, and then you can chat. All right. nothing to share here.
We thought we were.
Oh, massive. Whoa, speed bump. Massive speed bump.
I tell you.
Turn the camera off.
We've done nothing. That's all you get, camera.
Caught behind